looks like the Sumekis and something else. I feel like there were two royal families that get mentioned. It would be nice to be able to speculate on the second layer before getting there. Because here's the thing, I don't think they're going to introduce many 3D characters. The reason I think this is because I don't know if there are any other actors in this game. Is that cheating? Yeah, certainly, but they can all represent other people, that's the thing. Obviously quite a lot exists in the book. So the thing about metatextual stuff is it's triangle. You either keep broadening it until you're talking about literally everything, or you make it smaller and it's about the author of the book, of whatever the story is. So even though it's going to start with the family, widen, and presumably just come back to the family again, to the core like 6-7 characters. I will say it's kind of refreshing to be able to speculate like this on our Silent Hill. Like Silent Hill 4, well actually, I tell you what, you could do that with the last one I did play, but that was I forget his name. It's one of the ones that don't really count as a Silent Hill. It was the one that's like a weird soft remake of the first one. And that one had rubbish gameplay, but I did appreciate that the story it was telling was using just the story of Silent Hill as a backdrop to tell something else. Oh fuck! Attack! Attack! Oh, I'm so crap at. I see it, but because I'm doing my focus attack. I never get the counter. Yeah, so games that aren't Silent Hill. So Silent Hill 2. There's the games that aren't Silent Hill 2 that are called Silent Hill, and I've not played all of them. Generally fall into two categories. They are either about that fucking cult that I do not give a shit about, or they're just sort of, what if we try and do Silent Hill 2 again? Or they're combinations thereof. And that's sort of the weakness of all the games that aren't Silent Hill 2. And I think this game has done a pretty good job of trying to see what's good about Silent Hill and using that to tell its own story. I think it gets away with being Silent Hill. I'm assuming Ibisu Gaoka probably means something relevant. But it's about a haunted town. There's a fog, it's psychological horror. I think that counts. I think adding stuff to what Silent Hill can be is a good idea. And especially if it doesn't involve that fucking cult, because I do not give a shit about the cult. I don't mind the spooky imagery involved with the cult, but like, I cannot overstate how little of a shit I give about that cult. I've heard people say that sort of theme-wise, this is the same themes as the third game, but nothing happens in the third game. Because it's like trying to do the cult stuff. Like nothing happens in the first half of that fucking game. It's so once you get to Silent Hill and Silent Hill 3, it's quite good. I quite like it. And like I get that there's penis monsters. I understand the imagery going on, but it's just not enough. There's not enough of an actual story in 3. Because if you take away her anxieties and fears, I can't tell you what actually happened to Heather other than stupid cult nonsense. And I don't think some phallic imagery is enough to be like, this is a feminist story with Heather. I do not think it's good enough. To the point I think 1 is better than 3. Well, I mean, actually, I can easily say 1 is better than 3, because 3 is really fucking boring in the first half. And I say that as somebody who likes the character of Heather and likes the character of the detective, sort of. I feel like he could have just explained himself better at the start. And like, I enjoyed the cult stuff. Like, I'm trying to engage with it. It's this store here, isn't it? I even like the weird man who was helping, because he was just like, I can't remember his reasons. I just didn't like the cult. And I know he was in the cult. There's very little to sink your teeth into with 3. 4 feels like it's going to be interesting and then isn't. Again, it's like there's a serial killer in 4, and there's a bit in 4. I think it felt like a really clever idea. I love the hole to the neighbour's house in Silent Hill 4. Because you are committing a sin. You are doing the transgression. That's the word. Like, the thing about James is, spoiler warning, James from Silent Hill 2 killed his wife, and it's all like mental imagery based on that. And it's all vague, dreamlike logic going through it. Not a lot of people are going to actually be able to relate to that story. Like, you can feel guilt for a lot of things. Like, the fact that they're telling a story of, like, just childhood jealousies and stuff like that. So, and, you know, if you're a teenager, that's the entire world, isn't it? But, like, not a lot of people have suffocated their wife. Do you know what I mean? Like, but in Silent Hill 4, you, the player, commit that transgression. You're creeping on his neighbour. And I'm like, oh, what's the game going to do with this? Nothing. You are going to say, you're her saviour, actually. And I'm like, oh, that's just rubbish then. You had this cool idea, conceit, where you were being a voyeur. And then it's like, no, actually, you're helping her out. Because of a serial killer who's in the magic cult. And I'm like, way to do nothing with your idea. And like, I enjoy the spooky imagery and the stuff like that. You know, there's things to eat. But way to just miss the point. Did one of these have a thorn, or did I just walk backwards? Alright. Some tea. Strict mother's letter. Good morning, my handsome boy. Your real last name is Tsuneki. It is told that those of the Tsuneki lineage destined to bring good fortune to the world when the world is in disorder. In fact, that is how your father earned the succession to the Tsuneki lineage. You inherited your father's noble blood, sure to be next in line. To make your name, I took one character from your father's name and one character from mine. That way, when someone from the Tsuneki family hears your name, they will immediately know you are our child. I mean, I assumed it was the boy from the park. Because that's when we started getting the letters about Victor Mother. I kind of wanted to save my game. Oh, it's one of those drums. Oh, no. Sealed with a talisman. Ah, stop hitting me. I don't appreciate it. Oh, I got to go to the save point. Let me back. Rares are rubbish, aren't they? Aim for points. They're lovely. Used our powers in that. Pull that back. No, 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 John, no, no, no. Fuck, let me back. Fuck. I can't pick up any fucking items. Good morning, my handsome boy. I have good news, indeed good news. To a Tsuneki is always accomplished by the news of someone else's death. Your father and that woman he kept as a pet have both gotten sick and died. Now your grandfather, the head of the house, has invited you to the Tsuneki residence to make you successor. It is a pity that I couldn't reacquaint you with your father, but at least I was able to make you successor to the Tsuneki lineage. So, we have been told the other half of this story, which was there was a husband. There was a guy who was royalty, so he had to give up. He had to abandon all his girlfriends and stuff. rifles. Little with a pressed flower. There used to be nothing I hated more in the world than being forced to live as a proper girl. Okay, so a man thanked her for the pressed flower before in another letter. When I think of you, I started to wonder maybe there was a reason I was born a girl. I hope these feelings will reach you like dandelion seeds carried in the wind. Living sacrifice shall be offered every 8 years, for nothing else can quell the wrath which dwells in the waters deep. She shall be a maiden fair and pure heart. The blood which flows through her veins shall be that which is blessed by the stars and is beloved by fate. Let it be known that only the most suitable sacrifice shall quench the being's vicious thirst. That the duty of finding such a sacrifice shall fall upon the head of this house. I was going to mention it before. In fact, that might have been Fatal Frame. The Fatal Frame series has a lot of overlap with this story, insofar as that it's about shrine maidens and shit. And it's... But the thing about Fatal Frame is quite a good series about, like, these haunted stories of terrible temples and priests holding back calamities by committing horrific crimes. But it slowly morphs into a series about taking pictures of waifus and very pretty ghosts. It very much undermines itself. Ayane from fucking Dead or Alive turns up in Fatal Frame 5. They make heavy use of Sifu clothing technology. It's like, I'm not sure you wanted to combine these two elements. The game is less spooky for it. But like I know they're remaking 2, but like I don't know if I trust that company to remake their own game. Ooh, Nema. Because there's stuff you could do with that series. I'd like the mountain. I liked the mountain of 5. There's a lot to like about it. But like at some point somebody was just like, okay, but all these ghosts need to be like fashion model pretty, okay? But they're going to be missing parts of the head. I don't care. We're Komi Techno. Dead or Alive will bleed into everything we make. Komi Techno? Whatever. I know this is Konami, but this is a sub-company. Oh, this is very, paranoia agent. I'm supposed to be running, right? Dang it, I want to pick everything up, but I can't. Sealed with a talisman. Damn it. Every time, because I'm waiting for... Pile of grapes. Oh yeah, there's also this birthing imagery. But I assume that goes along with the whole arranged marriage. Just the general feelings on the parents. Oh, the fox guy's here.
お取り込み中ごめんなさい。ひなことほんの少しだけ話がしたいのだけれど、よろしいかしら。
では。
The thing about the fatal frame, you know what? I'll come back to that. Sorry.
しっかりと。しっかりね。
しっかりって。
今日だけはお姉ちゃんとあなたの二人だけの秘密にしてあげる。でも今日を超えてまだ生き残っていることがあるのなら、お姉ちゃんが彼のためにもあなたを殺すからね。
もう少し外していた方がいいかな。
いいえ。お時間をありがとうございます。
So I'll watch this scene again because I was talking over it.
それではこれにて。
姉妹で語り合えたかね。
It wasn't really a discussion.
はい。
それでは行こうか。
It's the fox crest mask. Whatever. Yes. Sorry, the thing about the Fatal Frame series is they all have these like really horrific crimes. We never get to see them because it's only there in writing. And if you take everything away from this game, just the horrific scenes are very good. First, I'm going to try these. Monster maybe this monster that my father turned into, it acts the same way as he did when he let his anger get the best of him. Only made the curse of fatherhood. It was only the curse of fatherhood that made my dad appear human. His form is true form, hidden underneath all along. Monster that my mother turned into. I didn't even press the mother button. I mean, I can now, but same. I'm not even sure she realized what happened to her. Always being humiliated and abused, a twisted ideal of happiness. There's no way she was human to begin with. Hey, that's not why you opened the journal, but... Prove your intent with Crests 3. What lies deep within your heart. Let the line of foxes guide you. Offer the crests that lay bare your soul. Okay, I picked those three because they're not lanterns and everything else is lantern. The black bird, okay, fair enough, wishes to take the white bird. The white bird wishes to resist. The fox brings along its followers in triumph. Notices not two birds in conflict. So this is the fox, because he doesn't notice anything. This is the white bird resisting. To blackbird. Prove your intent with the crests 3. Show your lies. Let the line of foxes guide you. The crests. I don't fucking know. I think this one might be above me. Wishes to take the white bird. sorry. I'm just gonna look up the answer. I shouldn't have put it on Lost in the Fog. I failed quite a lot of these. Right. I was close. Is it this? And it's that one watching them? Yeah, I might have misread that one. White one goes in the one that's in the lower right corner. He goes to the one to the left. Fox mask goes to the other side of the mural. Oh, I see it again. Because he's the only one looking in their direction. Well, that's not true, because that one's looking in their direction. Also, it said he didn't notice them. He notices not the two birds in conflict. Okay, hang on. Right. To his left. Or did I get them the wrong way? I'm sorry, what? Why couldn't you just show me a picture? Great, I've got the literal answer in front of me and I still can't get it right. I'll read it out loud. The white sparrow crest goes into the lantern on of the fox in the lower right of the mural. That is the white sparrow. The black sparrow crest goes into the lantern of the fox to his left. The fox mask crest goes on the other side of the mural. Onto the lantern of the fox on top of the carriage, looking in the first two's general direction. That's what I've done. Oh. No. Okay, the guy doesn't have this solution to this puzzle. I didn't. Okay, I also tried these two before. Black Sparrow, One of the answers to try. I don't like this puzzle very much. I did that. I literally did the fan. Okay, no, I clearly didn't do that. Alright, but I did, like, select those two and the fan. They must not have been in the same arrangement. Yeah, whatever. Computer games. I kind of like puzzle games being puzzle gamey, rather than whatever the fuck, guys.
これが君のものだ。さあ、君も。では始めようか。
はい。
これで最後だ。よくここまでついてきてくれた。
一緒だからここまで来られました。
もうわずかの辛抱だ。
はい。最後まで。
What? It's shoes. Love shoes. What? I'm not sure where we're running. There we go. is that? Those things. Not crossing it off. No, she's a bit busy, but at every point before this, she would cross off paths off the map. Maybe I'm just supposed to fight the monsters at this point, but... we should retry. Just there, coming. Normally it's more obvious if I'm supposed to kill them. But I'll try it. Chase after Ghost Lady sounded like I was supposed to chase after her. But I'm unclear as to what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay, that's a good sign. Yeah, that was a mandatory fight. Hey, the axe came in handy. Which way do you suppose it went? Time to pray. Name Shimizu Hinako, last seen wearing coloured uniform, coloured skirt. Details of disappearance, left home, met with wearing a... I don't know which way is the right way and which way is the wrong way. We saved recently. Might want to start using them for their medicinal properties. And it's probably the best one, to be honest. The thing about Silent Hill 2, I've not played the remake of Silent Hill 2, but the thing about Silent Hill 2 is it is very much of its time. Like, it told a story that we all know, but like a lot of that was just sort of running through. It would take a while to really go through it, but like they've replaced running through long empty streets with going through a maze-like village. There's of course the back and forth between the two parallel worlds. There's a lot more cutscenes and a lot more plot in these games. The fighting is this sort of weird like pseudo Dark Souls thing, but not quite. That's like a lot of games do that nowadays, but like there was a subtlety to Silent Hill 2's combat. But like, it's, if you ignore Silent Hill 2, yeah, it's easily better than basically all the rest. I haven't played Downpour, so it might not be as good as Downpour. I don't know. Yeah, it does sort of. I mean, it's all games. But this is the very end of the. Well, it's the end of the first run of the game. I think Silent Hill 2 Remake has the same problem, where they're really into the idea of combat, because you have to have content in your game. Fuck you. Oh, you've got a wolf arm as well. It was. Oh no, it wasn't Junko.
これがどれだけ失礼なことかあなたにも十分分かっているはず。殺しなさい。
Cut off your face.